The Fat Controller came to the shed to tell the engines the news. A famous visitor will be visiting our island for the week. His name is City Truro. I gather that some of you heard. Some of them do, some don't. Who is City Truro? Said Rosie. He is the first engine to go 100 miles an hour before any of us here, as well as cars and planes, said Thomas. Doc told me everything. Huh, said Gordon. That is over exaggerating. Where's the evidence? It doesn't really matter, Gordon, said Toby. Never mind about that, said the Fat Controller, silencing the engines. I will hope you all make him feel welcome. This is the first time he has been to our island in a long time. I'm sure that he is very confused to see there are lots of changes to this island. Try to not make him uncomfortable here. Yes, sir, said the engines. Good. Good night, everyone. That Domeless engine. He's not respectable. Domeless engine? Said Emily to Edward. Well, back in those days, he doesn't require a dome, unlike us right now, that we require domes. Then why Gordon's complaining about it? Because Gordon is old and stubborn. He doesn't like him ever since he came here. He didn't like his design at all, said Henry. It's only a matter of time before he really learned sense, and maybe that City Truro will teach him a lesson, a thing or two. Gordon grumbled the next day as he collected his own coaches. That City Truro coming. I don't like him one bit. What's so important about him? He said to nobody in particular. Why is he more important than me? I'll show him. In fact, I will go 100 miles an hour, or even go more than 100 miles an hour. That will show him a thing or two. Gordon didn't attempt to go 100 miles an hour when they reached Victorstown, because his driver prevented him. On the return run, it was different. Gordon's chance had finally come. Alright then, it's time to go 100 miles an hour, he said. He began to pick up speed. Steady, Gordon, said his driver. We're not running a race. We are then, said Gordon, but he said to himself. Because he was closing down very fast, the coaches began to judder backwards, forwards, left and right, creating an uncomfortable ride for the passengers. Gordon had reached 100 miles an hour, but it didn't last for long. He went onto the signal box and a loud bang and a pop. Gordon stopped, and steam whished out from everywhere. Oh dear, said Gordon. That's not good. Yes, said the fireman crossly. You've broken your cab pot. We'll just have to wait for someone to help us. The signalman saw an engine coming and flagged him down. It was Celia Truro. Excuse me, can you help with the express, please? The main engine is broken down, and the express is 5 minutes behind schedule. Don't worry, I'll help. And Celia Truro went forward, and surprised to see Gordon. Well, trying to attempt my record, I am surprised. That's not really easier going 100 miles an hour, particularly of our ages. Never mind, I'll help you. How can you help, you domeless engine? Domeless engine, you say? Well, I'll teach you some sense. He backed down onto the express and set off. At first it was a struggle, but then suddenly Celia Truro felt that it was much easier. There you are, Gordon. See, I told you? Even a domeless engine can be really useful, especially with the express. Your ego is too big for your own boiler, City Truro chuckled. Gordon was taken aback. He now realized that City Truro had really proved his point. They reached the end of the line and Gordon raced to the sheds, feeling embarrassed. When Gordon reached the sheds, he was glad it was empty, but not for long. A few engines arrived a few minutes later, including Celia Truro. I see you learned sense, Gordon. Are you going to say something to me? Well, I think you better owe him an apology, said Emily. Alright. You actually proved yourself very well, Celia Truro, even without a dome. I would say that would be an apology accepted, said Celia Truro. Well, Gordon, I guess that you really learned some sense. regardless of an engine without a dome or have one, it can be really useful. And I'm looking forward to meeting my fans in the next couple of days.